let's move on to the session. To start with the agenda of the day or the agenda of the whole webinar. That starts from addressing a very important question. Or maybe let me put it this way. This is one question which I get on a daily basis in Lystloc from the clients, in the demos, or maybe in the first call. At least one single person makes this question for sure on a day. That is it important to monitor our field employees? Or maybe let me again rephrase this question. Can't we just check this in calls or maybe WhatsApp? Is it necessary for a system? Will it bring any difference? All these questions comes time and again. Hence, we start with this question and its answer. The second point which is mentioned here is on how do we manage our field employees. How we do it is the second one, and then we'll also go through some practical tips which we need to have it in our mind when we plan for a 2x growth with the field employees in our company. And yes, there would be some statistics and summing up of the whole session after that. Post that, we'll have the question and answer session as we mentioned before. So now let's move to the question of the day which we were talking about. That is it important to monitor the field employees' work? And the answer, as you see, it's an absolute yes. It's a loud yes. So when I say yes, let me also say why I say yes to this question and what difference it is going to make. Before that, it's important for us to understand who these field employees are actually. Who are these field employees which we are discussing about? They are the face of the company. They are going to be the face of the product or service, whatever we provide. They are going to be the first point of contact which the customer is going to have to get to us. So they are the people who's going to represent the company, the product, the mission which we have. And when it is so, it's very important to know 4 things about these employees. Or let me put it this way, that if you have field employees in your firm or company, it's important we know these 4 things about them, which starts from where they work. When I say where they work, have they visited the site which we asked them to? Are they in the client's office, or maybe they are in a tea stall or KFC, or are they really meeting the clients which we wanted them to meet? Are they in the same route which we wanted them to take? So where are they working? Second question, what they work. That is, when I say what, are they meeting the clients? Are they taking orders? Are they providing the services which is intended to? Are they getting the information which we need, the leads, which we have asked them to take from the leads? Are they making the visits expected? So what do they do is also important for us to understand. When? The next question is when they do. The timing is it's all about the timing. If you do even, even this webinar, as you are at the right time, you'd be able to take the decision accordingly. So the timing is very important in anything we do. So are they meeting these concerned people at the required time? Or maybe how much time is the meeting going? Each one of your client visit, how much time is it going? Did the service happen at the time which was expected? These questions would be addressed in this when. And now, how do they do it? How they do it? Are they making a direct visit, or are they simply sitting home and making calls and simply mentioning that they made a visit? Are they meeting them in the office? Have they got all the answers which we wanted them to get? Or did they even meet the concerned person? So how are they doing it? Or when were? These are the questions which we need to be very much aware of. Before going to the 2 reasons listed below, I'll share you one thing which happened 4 months ago. That's a client of mine. So it's a client which is from a finance firm. It's a finance firm, and they have field employees going in their market who go for collection. That is basically this finance firm lend money to people, and these collection people go to the clients and get the interest rates on a monthly basis. The problem statement they had is that These people start daily, they start from their home, they go somewhere, they come back, they say that they make these much calls, they met these people, but did not get money. Like ultimately they work for the whole day and they don't get money. It's of no use for us, considering as a company, we don't have much of, profitability out of. That is the point when they got to us, they were with Lystloc for a demo. That's when I got to address them. So here, what I suggested them is to have scheduled visits using the applications or software. Here I suggested with my product Lystloc. So what they started to do is that they installed it, and the employees who's going to the field was monitored on a live basis. That is live tracking. Second, each visits they do, it was record. The records of each visits was there with them. That is with something called check-in or check-out. That is start of the meeting is check-in, end of the meeting is check-out. So we'll get to know when they are going to a client, what they are doing. How we would understand what they're doing is with customized meeting notes. That is in our case. In Lystloc says they have customized meeting notes. So where they can ask questions, which employees can answer, and we can get all these things, in our records. So by which the company got to know when they are meeting a customer, for what they are meeting the customer, how much amount they are collecting, are they meeting at the right location, because we have geofencing. So we can make sure that they're meeting at the same location specified. So the location we were able to know. So that is where they work. We were able to know what they work. Are they collecting the money or not? That we were able to know when they work, when the meeting starts, when it ends, how much time it took. That they were able to know how they work, how much, how much duration they take, how much conversation they have. That they were able to know with the time duration between check-in and check-out. And with all these answers, they could manage this team more effectively. And 4 months down the line, now they have the data to strategize the future, or the days to come. And another thing which I suggested personally to them is an option called repeat task. That is, in these industries, we can also have repeat tasks, so that monthly once they need to collect the money, right? So we can give this repeat task 5th of each month. So 5th of each month, this clients or this employees was getting notifications on the task. So they will never forget to do the task. And once it is not completed, you will have the notification. Okay, this task which was supposed to be done is not done. So these things is what is going to help you to understand what your field employees is doing. And why you need to have these 4 answers is because productivity. Productivity, that is for what we all strive for. That is what we are here for. We need the productivity out of the team which we have. So hence the 2 reasons listed here to justify this yes statement. Field employees are the ones who interact with our customers directly, and what we expect from them is their productivity. Productivity is crucial to run this business successfully. For this productivity, we need the answers for these 4 questions. Moving to the next slide. Here you can see one graph on one chart on the right side, explaining what we actually do in our business. That is in general. I'm generalizing the concept, what we actually do. On the left side, what we actually should be doing. So if you see, there are 5 points mentioned below. And if you concentrate on the 5 points, you can see the first 3 points is same in the right side and also the left side. The first one, we all check their attendance. We all check their attendance because we need to give them the pay, and we need to know whether they are present or absent. We check their attendance, for which we put 10% of our efforts and time in checking their attendance, which is ideal, which we should be checking mail, reply, or any conversation as such, which is important for addressing any of the issues or any of the orders or anything. So checking mails, replies, WhatsApp messages, that is the next 10% of our time and efforts. The third one, attending the client calls. It might be a call, it might be a meeting, it might be an online visits. That is where we put a bit more efforts. That is 20% of our efforts. Now 20 plus 10 plus 10, 40% is over. What is left out is 60% of our time and efforts. So it is important how we use this 60% of the time. Let me put to the first point. Monitoring field employees' tasks or their, what they do. What we actually do, we sit along with them, check, have you reached the location? Have you start the service? Is the service happening? Do you want anything? We make multiple calls to the employees, or maybe we check with some, WhatsApp or whatever be it. So we check on them. We make sure they're going through the same route. We go to Google Map. We check if, we ask them to put their location. We check if they're going in the right location. All these things. That is 50% of our efforts and time. Now imagine if you have a tool, an application which can do that work for you, which cut short this 50% of your time and work to 10%. 10% is to go through the report and recheck that everything is happening at the right time, or is it happening properly. When you're putting only 10% of your effort there, what is left is 50% of your time and efforts to strategize your goal, your vision, to strategize on the clients, on the business development. That is what we get. And that is the intention also. We should be having, at least we should be putting above 40% of our time and efforts on strategizing and implementation of it. For that to happen, it's important for the right tool or right application to work for us to manage these employees. Now, before going to the next slide, I'll again state one incident of mine. So that's a customer which is from Bangalore. It's from Bangalore. It was it is from paint industry, not to mention the company's name, but still it was from paint industry. They were 3 years old when they got to us. So again, that was a demo which they had with Lystloc. And the problem they were facing is that these people, the field employees, they go to the field. They're supposed to go and visit the retail shops. And retail shops in most of, the town area has, for sure it has one tea shop, the next, and there is a restaurant to the next. People go there, have a tea, and just update that I met the customer, there is no order. And being at a startup, it is important for them to know where their products are placed in the retail shops. Is it in the godown or is it in the front? So these things they were not able to know. So that's when, as a Lystloc salesperson, I suggested them with meeting notes, customized meeting notes during the start and end of the meeting. That is check-in and check-out. So what I asked them to do is, in the check-in, that is start of the meeting, they can put a live photograph so that we get to know where the product is. So their paint box, when it is kept in the godown, they'll get to know about it. And to take a live photo, they'll have to enter the retail shop. If they don't enter the retail shop, they won't be able to take that photo, because we have limited themselves from uploading a photo from the gallery. So that made it easy to make sure we need not recheck on a daily basis, but it was sure that they made a visit to the retail shop. We were able to review that the product was there in the first or the billing desk of the retail shop. That gives a vicinity to the product. So that is one solution we suggested for this paint company. And yeah, now it has been 1 year, 2 months as we onboarded this company, and they have been seeing significant growth. It's a significant growth which they saw. And that was because they could implement and new strategies. They could plan a lot of things because there was very minimum efforts on checking on their employees if they made a visit. So that is the difference which we are talking about. If we do what we actually should be doing, then it would not be a difficult task for you to achieve the 2x growth or even more. Now, moving to the third slide. Here we discuss a bit of, maybe let us put not a tip, some points which would help us to achieve this 2x business. So when we usually talk about an application or a tool, the first question which we all get is, how difficult would it be to train these employees? Would they be friendly with this? Would they be accepting this? It's not about the acceptance. It's not about whether they would be able to. For any firm, for any company to stay relevant for a long time, it is important not to be updated with the system, not to be updated with the technology. No, that's not enough. That it's a fast moving world. You need to stay ahead of the time. And you can't still be using your WhatsApp. You can't still be using your Google live location. You can't be using 5 different things for giving tasks, for for attendance, one for tasks, one for WhatsApp for updates of visit. No, we can't be doing it. In this present scenario, we need to be very much ahead of the time, for which it's important to make each of your employee relevant to the present market. To stay relevant, it's necessary that you train your employees, field employees, with the necessary tools. It's not yet late, but yeah, if you have not yet started with training your employees, let's start it. You get them trained, you get them ready for the times to come, then that would be easier for you. Easier for any firm to work with less stress as the days go. So train your field employees with the necessary tools. Go on for an online communication to get quick updates. You can't go and ask a WhatsApp question to a service employee. If imagine you have a service firm, one person has gone for AC service. They have started the service. They have ended the service. Do they want any extra materials there? How do we know? We can't simply wait for the whole day they coming back or they making calls. So that's when, if there is a tool here in Lystloc, we have check-ins. So when they check in, they will let us know. That gives us an automatic live update that they have started the service at this time at this location. This is the AC they are going to service. This is the problem that AC has. They can update it with check-in meeting notes, which is entirely customizable here. So be it in any tool you use, you would have these options, but select the tool, select the product, be it Lystloc, be it any other product. Select the right product, which is apt for your use, so that you don't have to do offline communications. That is, you get updates with check-in and checkouts. As we discussed before, embrace the new technologies to stay ahead. And the fourth point, measure and analyze the key performance indicators periodically. We need to know how much time are they working? When are they doing the login? Are they doing a login on 10 o'clock and doing 3 years of work and doing a logout? Are they going in the right route? Are they doing the number of visits which we wanted them to make? We need to know these things, for which we need data. Where does this data comes from? You can't go and check with each WhatsApp chat. You can't go and check each call recordings. You need a data. So here in Lystloc, we have list data. Similarly, each product would have a place of data where you get reports of the visits they make, the timing, the hours of work, the number of visits. That's when you have these these data to analyze the performance. You analyze the performance. That's when you'll be able to set the goals for your employees. You will be able to give feedbacks to your employee. No, this is not happening. You can't be visiting just 2 visits a day. You need to make 10 visits a day. You need to make 20 visits a day. Give the feedback. Set the goals for them. And for setting these goals, you need the data of what is happening. So that is measure and analyze key performance indicators periodically, give feedback, and set goals. So that is the tips. So to sum up, to go with the sum up with the statistics, if you see, about 75% of the field and service business that use mobility tools have observed increased employee productivity. And the rest have seen a rise in customer satisfaction rate also. This customer satisfaction comes only if you get the right feedback at the right time. If you only get to know the service happened at the right place or not. So that is what the first point is about. Then 32% of the fleet tracking software users reported a positive return on investment in 6 months of implementation of these tools. So yes, it takes time, but with the time and efforts which you put in, it's all worth it when you get the returns. So in short, you can achieve 2x business growth if you invest in the right tools and technology that improve the productivity and efficiency of your field employees. So, and also let me just add on to that. When I say you need to invest in the right tools and technology at the right time is also important. And thanks that it's not yet late. So yes, that is a sum up. And if you have any doubts and queries, we'll move to the question and answer session before that also, how to just give a sum up of all the points which we covered is checking on their tracking the field employees, be it their visits. So usually in Lystloc, what we have is that we have attendance to understand when they start, log out for understanding when they stop, check in and check outs to understand the visits, time, location, and also customize meeting notes to understand what is happening during this check-in, what is happening during this checkout. We have task management to pre-plan the visits. So these things we have it in our product. If you want any, if you have any requirement based on Lystloc, you can always reach out to support@lystloc.com. Support@lystloc.com. You can always reach out if you have anything regarding Lystloc. You can always reach out. So we'll move to the question and session. I'll leave the forum for your questions. If there is any questions, I guess you would be able to unmute yourself now and put up your questions for now. Please put up your questions if you have.
Hi, sir.
Hi, this is Harish, right?
Harish, sir. Sir, actually, we are from a manufacturing company which is based on a heavy wood raw material. So we have one query is like that we want to track the transportation of wood from where it is origin until it reaches our plant premises. Is there any option or any tool that can be tracked in your company where the transportation of that wood from which route it is being transported like that?
Sure. So if you ask about transportation, it's all about the driver. So here, when we use applications like Lystloc or any other applications, the driver needs to, once they log in, we would be able to see their live location. So as the driver goes, where the transport is going, where they are going, if there is a unloading of a thing, they can do a check-in, they can take live pictures and just update you on that unloading which is happening. So whatever transportation is happening, wherever they are going, we will be able to see in a map the movement of that that person who is handling the vehicle with their mobile application. You would be able to see the track. And there are also, just to mention, you also have, if you want, you can also have GPS devices set, which we don't have, but yeah, that is also one option which you can have if at all, with the transport. So that there are applications which helps you to understand the movements of the vehicle alone also. That both is available. So if you want with the application, you can reach out to, reach out so that I can give you schedule a demo also for you.
Okay, sir. Regarding this check-in, check-out, if our driver when loading the vehicle gets a check-in, then can the check-in at the point of check-in, will it be able to record the GPS location also?
They need not record. Automatically, you will get the GPS live location. You need not do anything. They mark the attendance. You get to know their live location whenever you want. When they do a check-in, that locations, coordinates, and the address would be written for you in your profile.
Oh, okay. Well, the travel also will get recorded, sir. In which route it is.
Correct. Okay. The travel, how much kilometers they have traveled, which route they have traveled, where they have wasted the time for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. That is called waiting time. So you have those details also in the timeline. So I would actually, in your case, I would suggest you to take one demo of this product also. You can actually in comment session, if possible, I'll ask to put the email address. You can simply send a hi with your name and company. Okay. We'll reach out to you back and schedule a demo for you.
Sure, sir. And one more last thing, sir. For these things to happen, the driver or anyone should have a smartphone, no, sir, compulsorily mandatory.
Correct. If it's an application which you use, they should be having a smartphone, be it Android or iPhone. It's not a problem. If it is an application which you give, they should have a smartphone. If not, if that is a GPS device, they need not have a smartphone. Maybe you having a smartphone would be okay. But yeah, when it's a GPS device, it's like the accuracy on live tracking and all those things would be a bit difficult. When it's an application, there's a lot of things which we will be able to do on optimizing the route.
You Lystloc will provide this any update, the GPS service or anything, sir? GPS device you are saying, no?
No, we provide, it's an application. Lystloc is an application which can be utilized in Android or iPhones. And
Okay.
here, not like any GPS device. GPS device does not give you the exact route. It always have deviations. But when it's an
Okay.
application, there is a possibility of optimizing a route. Hence, you get a
Okay.
better clarity on the route they took and kilometers and
Okay.
etc.
Okay. 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 That's it. That's it. I have my queries.
Sure, not a problem.
Thank you.
Sangeeta, if you're there in the meet, Sangeeta or Madhusmita, can you just type support@lystloc.com in the chat box so that if at all anyone want a demo, they can reach out to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah, you can help me with any doubts or questions which you have. Please help me with the question. We have me from sales team and also
Can
yeah.
multiple people take and collaborate on the route?
Okay, when you say multiple people collaborating, what do you mean by collaborating here?
So if basically I'm at a location A and someone has to reach that location, I send out the location. Can it behave like an Uber where I know how much time this person is going to take to reach there, and I can share the route with couple of people so they know what time to reach at a particular place?
Okay, so to be very frank, with what we have as of now, the estimated time to reach any location, we don't have it as such as of now. But we are someone who always take the requirement. So if you could give it as a mail, we would take it as a requirement. If there is feasibility, we can take it forward.
Okay. And after the route is done, so does it calculate kilometers and send out a report for,
Sure.
because salespeople are paid on kilometers, right? So do you integrate with any financial system?
So no worries about integration, because we already, as in Lystloc, we have this kilometers travel calculation. So once they start their travel, that is with attendance, till log out how much ever kilometers they travel. Be it any case, you will get the report on a daily basis on how much kilometers they have, each person has traveled. You will get a report. That's not a problem.
And if a person deviates from the route, is there any escalation sent out or notification sent
That
out
is,
and all this?
yeah. So if they move out from the location, you would have so basically you will have a map view where you will be able to see the route which they are taking. That you will be able to see in the whole map, which route they took, where they turned, how much time they spent there. That you will be able to see in the map. So deviation is something which we are working on. If there is a pre-planned route and there is deviation, that is something which we are working on. But yeah, that is something which you can expect in future, but not as of now. Yeah. So I think Mr. Kenneth Kurian has raised his hand.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Nice session, yeah, Vignesh. I had a question. So you're talking all the benefits on the employer side of things. Okay, from the employee side of things, okay, making my field team kind of adopt these tools can be a little challenging. So I have to kind of market it to them that this tool is going to help them in their life. So one of the things what I noticed is that you say that the field engineer can go or field service salesperson can go to the field and kind of like track the meeting routes. Does it have also a feature by which they can refer to their earlier meeting routes and kind of get a understanding? Because one field engineer can handle around 200 to 400 customers or prospects in a particular territory. So do you have like a feature where they can refer to the previous meeting notes by which it helps them?
Sure. So yes, to answer that question, so thank you for that question also. That is one very genuine question which I usually get also in sales calls. So that is how to market it to employees. So one, as you said, yes, you can go back and see the last visit, what had happened. You will be able to see those previous visit and what happened at that, so that they can take it accordingly. Yes. So for that second part of your question, it's an yes. First part of your question, for when you think about marketing this to your employees, So if I'm an employee, so I was an sales employee working in Lystloc. So when I go to the field, one confusion which I always have is what was the previous meeting, as you said, which I can now go back in the meeting notes and check. Two, I need to come back here day after tomorrow, and I have 10 visits day after tomorrow already. How will I remember this? In that case, the employees would be able to plan their visits and pre-schedule these visits according to the time and location. That is second thing which they will be able to do. Third thing, whenever they want to check on the last visits which they have done on the previous days, they can go back, select the days and check what happened or when they made the last visit. The previous data is always available for them. So that is one major thing. And they need not always check on the notes, WhatsApp conversation. They need not go back someone and ask what happened on that day. They have it all in the system. So that is a positive, thing for the employees.
So is this like accessible on your web app or is it accessible on your mobile app? This
So
information for the employee, do
for
they
the
go
employees, that is for the field employees, they're going to have it only in the application. And
Okay.
it is up to the admin or the owner of the company to decide if they should be having a web access or not. You can always allow them with the web access so that they can access through the web also. But obviously, the admin or managers would have a web access and they can decide if the employee should be having one.
Okay, fantastic, Vignesh. Thank you for that.
Thank you. So I have Maina raising the hand. Yeah, please. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. I'm really sorry. But yeah.
No, you did so well, almost like a Kenyan. Thank you, Vignesh. Two questions. One, can you predefine the routes that is to be used prior to the visits so that you're able to know whether the employee or the person, the field staff, has gone to the places that you actually needed to be visited in the order probably you wanted? That's first question. Second question is what kind of reports can be generated from this, and are they predefined, or are we also able to define the reports according to how we would want it? Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for the question. So first question. So here we have one option which I used to suggest for this pre-planned visits is task. So you can have 10 tasks assigned with location and time. So imagining today's task, I have the first task for 11 a.m. was set at a location as webinar starting from 11 to 12. That is my first task. So I have it, in my task list, I'll have it as the first one. Second, I have a demo by 12:30, which is the second task, location, time, everything. Third, fourth. So the whole route which I need to take, that is the whole task which I need to complete, would be listed on the basis of time, which I have set for myself or which my company manager has set it for me, which is possible. Second, reports. When we talk about reports, it's almost like a sea. You can go any deep into that. So, we have like almost 80 plus kind of reports. In our case, we have 80 plus kind of reports, which is available in list data. It's based on certain pricings, but yeah, we have multiple reports. But even in the basic ones, you will have informations like login time, logout time, hours of work, check-in, check-out time, location of each of the visits which they made, each of the things which they updated during each of this check-in and check-out, start and end of the meeting, what are all the updated question answers. You'll have it in the report, kilometers traveled, hours of work, late time, all this information will be there in the basic report itself. And if you want any customized report, you can always reach out to us. We'll have to check the feasibility. And yes, when there is data, it's not a bigger task to create one report, but how much efforts is there in making the report, that would be the, accordingly, the subscription would change. So I'm very happy that though we had a generalized topic, we have a lot of questions coming about Lystloc coming in. So I can expect at least 30 to 40 emails to Lystloc, support at Lystloc, I guess. So any other questions? Any questions to answer? So you will have this support at lystloc.com. I have posted in the chat. Please do find the email address for any queries or any support you need. You can reach out to this. Just send a hi with the company name and the point of contact number. We'll reach out to you back. We can schedule a demo and you can get in detail one-to-one with a salesperson so that you'll understand it better if it is the right one for you. Always, than promoting the one product, I always say, check out if it is the right one for you. If you feel it is the right one, invest it at the right time. So I guess, Madhusmita or Saravana can help me out, like here. How much time do we have left for question and answers?
5 minutes, Vignesh.
Okay. So yeah, the last 5 minutes, if there is anything which you want me to address, please do ask. Yes, Mr. Dhruv.
Hi, just wanted to know, as a startup into frozen food industry, we would have to suggest to our management about tracking, field employees. So we just wanted to know if there is any, a trial base for a month or so where we can implement and, get some results. Is there any provision such at the
Yes.
moment?
Every so if when you take about any application, they would have a trial time, and we do have a trial time of 7 days where you would get get to use the application, and also maybe you can present the application hands-on, and you can try it out.
All right. Thank you so much. That would be.
Any more questions? Last 1 minute. Do we have any other questions to address?
Hello,
Yeah, hi.
I have one question.
Please.
Will I be able to monitor multiple employees on screen?
So yes, like any company, you would have like 10 users, 15 users. So you can select, you can sort whichever employees you want to look into. You can select the employee's name and you can look into their movements as such. This is for in our case. So you'll have to select the employee, and you'll any number of employees you have, you can simply select the employee and check on to that employee's movements.
I would like to know the matter of 3 or 5 employees together on map on screen.
So,
It's not individually, together. I want to see them together on map,
together,
Google Map.
together is one thing which certain clients did ask for, but now we don't have it because for a reason. Imagining 3 people is moving into 10 places, 30 places, 30 lines together. You would not be able to see which one is going where, because it would be a lot of lines together in the map. So for that
Okay.
clarity of the employee, now we have kept it only 1-to-1. But yeah, if 3 to 4 together, till now, whenever we tried, it has been more complicated for the clients which we have. But yeah, if there is a requirement, that is something which can be considered.
Okay, I got my answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, this is Harish again.
Yeah, hi,
You told
hi.
the trial version for 7 days. No, is it chargeable for those 7 days on, or once we get into the details of whether we can try it for 7 days, if it is okay and we are getting the desired results, then we go for the full agreement, or how it works?
Correct. So before the trial, let me put it this way. For you to try this application, always go for a demo for sure. Have 1 demo, 2 demo, make sure you are aware of the whole features, how it works. Once that is over, start with the trial. You use it for 7 days. When you have 7 days for trial, make sure you at least connect with the salesperson at least 5 times in that 7 days. You have a query, you have a doubt, be it the most small doubt, get to them, ask to them, complete it. And post that 7 days, you can decide on the results. You can maybe on the 5th day or 6th day, you can start analyzing the results. Post you analyze the results, you can take the you can decide if you want to go with the application, you don't want to go with the application. You can take your decision, and your sales employee will help you with taking it further.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
I
thank
have one hands up from Mr. Dhruv. Yeah, hi, welcome back. Mr. Dhruv? Mr. Dhruv, I can see your hands raised. Is it like, did you have a question? Okay.
Hello.
Any other questions? Yeah,
I have another question.
please.
Which ways level your app support, like lower level ways and upper level ways? There are many employees in my company. They use old version of Android phone. Does your app support the old version? And what is the last level?
Okay. The version of support, is Pati available in the call?
Sorry.
One sec. I'm answering your question. Can I have Pati, please? Pati, are you there in the call?
Yes, Vignesh.
Yeah, can you please help me with the versions which we would be able to support for? Yes, please.
Yeah. So for Android, around 7 and 8 will still supportable from our side. And in iOS 13, 14 is the minimum support that we have.
Okay. Android 7 or 8 means KitKat, or what's the?
I'll confirm you the name in a second. Yeah, Nougat. After Nougat.
After Nougat.
Yeah.
Nougat. Okay.
But sooner we will make sure that we will support only the latest version. But still Nougat are all in the market. So we are still providing the support for those devices.
Okay. Thanks for answering.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess any other questions to address? Can we, so if there is any questions further, please do reach out the mail which we have provided, support@lystloc.com. Support, SUPPORT, support@lystloc.com. Please reach out, reach out to us. We would be there to address. And thank you. Thanks a lot for the time. It means a lot. So yeah, have a good day.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you also.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.